Fredman sneered and said, "I will send you to live in a villa in the Hell Temple." The bodyguard pushed Professor K to the ground, and it crackled like a hammer. One of them hit his temple with a punch. Professor K rolled his eyes and passed out. At this time, the entire Wei family was frightened, and Fredman was really cruel. In fact, Fredman is not to blame. From losing his ability to now beginning to fester, his whole body and mind have suffered a huge blow that ordinary people can't imagine. If he really needs to be amputated, he will be completely crazy. Fredman was still puzzled at this moment. He stepped forward, grabbed Yang Zhengwei by the collar, and threatened, "I will give you 2 ways now. 1, I will destroy your Wei family now, and 2, immediately take my illness and cure it. Which one do you choose?" Yang Zhengwei's face was extremely pale, and he begged, "Mr. Wilson spared me, I will choose the second one. We, the Wei family, must find a way to cure your illness." Fredman asked in a cold voice, "How long will it take to get it done? If my roots are really not preserved, I will let people kill you. I want you to be buried with the Wei family." Yang Zhengwei nodded as if pounding garlic and blurted out, "We also have many very powerful doctors in the Wei family. I will let them come over and give you antibacterial and anti-inflammatory treatment first. It should be able to persist for a while." Fredman sat down on the main seat of the sofa in the living room and said coldly, "Hurry up and find the doctor." Yang Zhengwei did not dare to delay, and quickly asked Barena Wei to contact the team of doctors from Wei's Pharmaceuticals to come over. After the doctor came over, they immediately infused Fredman with antibiotics, and then treated the ulceration part. However, the doctors of the Wei family agreed with the doctors of the People's Hospital that simply antibacterial and anti-inflammatory cannot solve the problem, but can only delay the speed of the ulceration. But, the end result is amputation. Fortunately, through processing, it can be delayed for a few days. In a few days, if the Wei family could not find a cure for Fredman still had to undergo amputation. After Fredman infused the liquid, he said to the Wei family, "I will give you 1 day. If it can't be solved by tomorrow night, the Wei family will not need to exist in the future." Yang Zhengwei complied with a full mouth and respectfully said, "Chairman Wilson, rest assured, we will definitely go all out." The eldest son Barena Wei pulled him aside and whispered nervously, "Dad," the doctor said, "there is basically no good way to treat it. What should we do?" Yang Zhengwei gritted his teeth and said, "Then I have to find a way too. Otherwise, would it be possible to watch the Wei family's death?" Barena Wei was worried and said to his father Yang Zhengwei, "Dad, let's change the property and run away with the money. Otherwise, if Fredman really wants to attack us, we will be in trouble." Hearing this, Yang Zhengwei cursed, "Prodigal gadgets have become sellers? So anxious to sell, is the 1 billion family capacity sold for 200 million? This is all my life's hard work." Liang Wei, the illegitimate son on the side, also nodded hurriedly and said, "Brother, Wei's Pharmaceuticals were made by our dad's hard work all his life. How can we sell it like that?" Barena Wei raised his hand and slapped him in the face, angrily said, "You wild species, where do you speak?" Liang Wei, who received a slap in the face, took 2 steps back and covered his face. Although he felt wronged, he said very firmly, "Brother, even if you hit me, I have to say that Wei's Pharmaceutical is the work of Dad. You can't sell it. IFC King kill you." Barena Wei was furious and was about to attack Liang Wei. Yang Zhengwei, who has never looked down upon Liang Wei, stopped Barena Wei, who was about to do it, and said coldly, "Your brother is right. Something went wrong, we must find a way to solve it. Instead of selling the life's hard work and running away." After finishing speaking, Yang Zhengwei snorted and said, "Today, I leave it here. You brothers, who can solve this crisis? Who will be the chairman of Wei's Pharmaceuticals in the future? The person who cannot solve the crisis is destined inability to lead Wei's Pharmaceuticals." Barena Wei suddenly panicked and blurted out, "Dad! How can Wei's Pharmaceutical be handed over to this wild species? Yang Jung-wei coldly snorted, "Is it a wild species? It's all my species. If you, the eldest son, is not able to bear it, you will abdicate to him." When Liang Wei on the side heard this, his heart was suddenly very excited. "I have endured all these years in Wei Jian, suffered all the humiliation, and finally waited for a chance to become a leader." In fact, in Yang Jung-wei's opinion, it is naturally impossible for the family business to be inherited by an illegitimate child. However, his eldest son Baraina Wei is really not enough to be competitive, so he must be stimulated and forced to find a solution to the current crisis. When the Wei family was looking for treatment for Fredman all over the world, Charlie just returned to the bedroom after taking a shower. His wife, Claire, was wearing a nightgown, lying on the bed, kicking her two white jade-like legs at will, swiping the phone in a leisurely manner. Claire is usually too busy at work and under great pressure. Every night, playing on phone and reading novels in bed have become her biggest leisure. As soon as Charlie lay down on his own floor, Claire suddenly screamed, and the phone in her hand was thrown out and hit his face.